Hey YouTube, it's Prime13 with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be looking at the Dr. Wu Prime Commander, which is their take on a micro Optimus Prime. So yeah, I kind of been wanting to get this guy for a little while. Out of the mini Transformers, Dr. Wu's are some of the few that are within my price range most of the time, because usually a lot of the third-party Legends class are just a little too expensive, and these guys are technically expensive too, but Optimus is one of those figures that I really wanted, and usually theirs are like 30 for 2, so it's like 15 each, so it's not as bad as like some of the others that are like 40 to 70 even for 1. So but here we have the box. It's got some nice stylized artwork of Prime there on the front. There's his truck mode in the back. Truck mode, Dr. Wu, and some Japanese lettering, Extreme Warfare. Got Prime there again. Just some legal jargon. And then we get a product shot of him in the vehicle mode on the back there. Does look nice. But yeah, that's it for the box. It does come with a collector's card. It is like a flexible paperish material, so do be careful. But got that artwork there again. Got some tech specs and little print of the toy there, so that's neat. And we do get our lovely instruction booklet. So there is that. And yeah, he is just a little dude. Smallest thing I have nearby right now is this G1 Insecticon. And then here's the Legacy Insecticon Deluxe class, so he is tiny. Here he is next to Sam. Little Sam figurine that I got with the Masterpiece Jazz Alloy Mech version. So yeah, he is a little dude. A very little dude. Man, we'll take a little bit of a closer look here. He is nicely detailed. He does have that yellow on his crotch. He's got the silver vents on his legs. Nice metallic blue for the windows, and silver for the grill and the stripe. Does have his silver faceplate and smokestacks, and a little bit of blue for those eyes. Got some blue on the hands. Around to the back you can see the truck bits. And faux parts, I definitely have more lenience in smaller figures, because yeah, they do not have as much to work with. And overall, he is still a fun dude. As far as articulation goes, he does get in and out at the shoulders. Does have 360. The inner shoulder is sort of butterflied because that's a ball joint, but this part is hinged. Does have ball jointed elbows, so you get movement there. Yeah, ball jointed head, though its ball joint is on the bottom, so you really only get rotation and some back and forth. Do get to kick that far forward and that far back. Do get a little under 90 at the knee. Does have ball jointed hips. Does actually have ball jointed at the toes, so you do get some movement there for posability. And don't really get a waist movement because it just moves the upper chest. So yeah, there is that. And he does come with his trailer, which I'm bringing in because it comes with accessories. And it doesn't really explain how to put everything in here, but most of it you can figure out. It does come with a little roller. Comes with his Energon axe. Get this out of there. Does come with his ion blaster, and then there are two little armatures, but I just kind of leave those tucked in there because I'm never going to do anything with those. But can, you know, do a little repair base thing if you really want to. yeah, I'll talk about that later. As far as the axe and the blaster, they just sort of clip over his fists, like, come on. It's thin plastic, so I don't want to be too forceful with it. There it goes. So there's his axe, and then of course you gotta give him his blaster so he can pow pow and chop chop. Ha ha! But yeah, it's nice that they included those little accessories. It's very neat. Yeah, it's just a fun little Prime. And again, they do store in the trailer. Just gonna wiggle this off because they have little teeny tiny posts. Hang on, let's use Sam's base. See if that, you can sort of see the peg there. It's crappy camera plus bright light plus translucent. It's kind of hard to see it all. But yeah, just peg that in there. And then same with the gun. Come here. Just a little peg right there. And plug it in up here. I'm just gonna close the trailer up again. Put that off to the side. But now let's move on to transformation. So, to start off, just gotta kind of bend those elbows, get those arms ready. Then want to rotate the head around and bring it down on that ball joint like so. We can rotate the chest around like so. Going to fold the feet down like this, and then you're going to collapse the legs. You can see that they're hollow because of the sliders, which, given the size, is understandable. I want to make sure you get them all the way up. All the way up. And of course, you know, be careful with how much force you use. It is a little dude. And you're gonna fold out his lower body like so. And then gotta bring the wheels down from the side like this. Come over here, bring those wheels down. Then we're going to bring those arms back. Let's see, I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we just sort of wiggle these in there. Sort of wiggle these arms in there. Alright, you can bring the wheels down a little further to give you some room. Then bring it back up and those will tab into the bottom of the arms in these little slots. Nope, didn't want to bring that one down, I wanted to bring this one down. Bring it down, bring his arm back. Bring it back. And bring it up and peg that in. And then these little panels right here on the sides, we're going to bring those forward. And you can see they're painted very nicely. And we're just going to clip that over his waist, as well as slide that into that little slot there. Bring that up, bring that, slide it into place. And there we have him in his truck mode. And boy, is he adorable. But yeah, again, you get those nice details on the front. You got those headlights and the bumper now. You have the little steps painted. And the little, I guess those would be where the gas tanks are. No tail lights on the feet, but considering how small it is, I'm not really that worried about it. All the little wheels are pinned in. So he rolls like a teeny little dream. And we're gonna bring this camera down. And before we move on to his full look, I do believe you can attach this to roller. Yes, you can attach the trailer to roller if you want to have that. But we're going to stuff roller in the back. Get in there. Actually, kind of gotta open it up so that you want roller like this at this position, so that things all. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Gotta make sure that Everything closes properly. That's probably why the axe keeps popping out of place. There's not a huge amount of room in there. Maybe if I flip them forward. There. Pushing them forward did it, I think. No, it did not. Just kind of gonna stick everything in there and then just sort of close it up. And yep, see there, the arms are coming undone now. Just try and stuff everything in here. You get in there. You go in there, and you go in there too. One of the downsides of teeny tiny little things. Not a lot of room. Anyway, now we can of course give him his full look. There is a little ridge where his legs tab together that will go in between this little notch right here. And we'll just squeeze that on. And it just kind of rests there. It doesn't really clip, but now you can drive him around with his trailer, so you can drive around. But yeah, another fun little mini transformer from Dr. Wu. Again, the main reason I don't get more small Legends class figures is not because I don't enjoy them, but because often they are too expensive. And I'm pretty sure I paid like $30 for this one, maybe 35, which is like the absolute limit I would pay for something of this size, and really only because it's Optimus and he's my favorite. But usually Dr. Wu does like 2 packs for like $30, which is acceptable. But yeah, again, like price aside, I think that the little Transformers are fun too. I do prefer really big ones, but there is something to be said about little adorable pocket-sized Transformers. And yeah, I don't really have a good size comparison for this, but here he is with Sam again. And then here he is with a TF1 Optimus. So, here's a teeny tiny boy. But yeah, a fun little figure. And yeah, whether or not you think that these are worth the price is really up to you. But as far as mini Transformers go, I do think that it is a good figure. And if you're willing to pay the price, I would recommend it. That's really the only contention point I have with most of these little guys is the price. That and some of the newer ones, that, like I have a couple that are like really over-engineered, and it's like the pieces are so small I worry they're just gonna break. So, but don't have that with this guy. This guy's the right amount of simple, and he's just so adorable. Anyway, I think that's about it for this review, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. But thank you for watching, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.